From a Broadway legend to a newcomer with big dreams.
The world spins around while I'm frozen to my seat.
The most nominated show on Broadway this year celebrates one young man's passion for his family, his roots, and his community.
They got a little more ashore with poor, but yo.
I know these streets backwards and forwards. They've changed a lot since I was a kid, but they're still in essence the same.
Tony nominee Lin-Manuel Miranda took us on a walking tour in Washington Heights with a deep sense of pride and joy for the neighborhoods that have so many stories and so much potential.
Washington Heights is home to more small businesses than any other part of New York. It's the highest point on Manhattan we're standing on. We're literally a mile above sea level right now.
Thank you, Mr. Chamber of Commerce, too. Huh?
And I mean, you learn a lot when you spend 8 years writing a show. But
he was in college in Connecticut then and never gave up on his dream of making a musical.
You must take the A train, even farther than Harlem to northern Manhattan.
Miranda is also nominated for Best Music and Lyrics. He credits the show's creative team, who share in the 13 nominations, with collaborating and never getting off track.
You know, quoting Duke Ellington also makes people who go, maybe this isn't my part of town, maybe this isn't the show for me. I heard there's rap in this, I heard there's Latino people in this, and Latin music. And so that's why we start with Cole Porter, we start with Duke Ellington, we say, listen, it's gonna be all right. You've never been here before, but relax, we're gonna make you feel at home.
And part of the family is the George Washington Bridge, in the Heights and on stage at the Richard Rodgers Theater. Miranda's character, Usnavi, runs the bodega. And by the way, the 411 on the songwriting, his childhood address was actually Inwood.
Inwood, it doesn't sing. I mean, any way you slice it. The first song that came to my head was in Washington Heights. I just started singing it to myself, and that was sort of the end of it. But I missed the cutoff by about 10 blocks. So I'm going to say I'm honorary. This is our bodega.
And in a real bodega on 181st Street, so many memories.
What don't you sell at a bodega? You got everything. You got a pharmacy in the back. You got cigars and Phillies over here. They got electrical equipment up here. They've got video games.
Me and my cousin running, just another dime a dozen, mom and pop stop and shop.
You want a box of condoms? What kind? That's 2 quarters. 2-quarter waters. The New York Times, you need a bag for that.
And Miranda's not only introducing tourists to the Heights, he's sharing them with his neighbors.
That's the Heights. That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? It was really good.
Thank you very much.
I enjoyed it. My family enjoyed it. It was really good.
Oh, thank you for coming to see us.
Good.
Bye.
Good. All right. That's good.
But most rewarding for this young actor is introducing a whole new generation to Broadway.
We had 400 kids from the South Bronx and Washington Heights here, and I have an opening line that goes, from the greatest little place in the Caribbean, Dominican Republic, and then you didn't hear the next 10 lines. They were just like, ah! I mean, they lose their minds seeing their own flag up on that stage and seeing their own neighborhood. It's so incredibly validating. This is the show I would have killed to see when I was a little kid.
For the nerdy kid juggling his uptown Dominican neighborhood, his Upper East Side high school friends, and his longtime visits to his relatives in Puerto Rico, it's all come together. And on Tony night, it's all about family.
I feel like, to be honest, I feel like the show is a big thank you to my parents. I mean, it really reflects the values they try to instill in me and my sister, and it's a Valentine to them, really. I mean, and the hard work they've done.